Hello and good morning. This is Infogain Consulting, showcasing our LawPro360 legal management system. We have our 6 main modules here. As you can see, this is our entry point for the legal management system. We have our 6 main modules here. We have the staff members management. This is basically your user management. We have a client management. So we have a centralized client management system. We also have the matters. So these matters are the legal case files that you get open for each client. We have our court diary, which is basically the calendar, court calendar, where you can be able to store schedules and reminders on the system. We also have our time entries. This is used to track the time lodged by each attorney, partner, or people on the platform, so you can be able to at least track performance and also profitability by case file. We have our invoicing. So these are basically the billing flows. This system is not limited to the 6 modules, but we use this for simplicity, so you can be able to quickly access this main modules on the platform. It's as simple as clicking on one of the cards, and you can move to, for example, view all the members on the platform. And the system is pretty secure. We uphold the latest security standards and the latest security authentication platforms. Then we're able to also integrate this with the authentication providers like Google or Microsoft authentication and other existing platforms that would need to be integrated. So we can be able to extend this to be able to sign in with different platforms. So you can be able to go and manage your users. You can create a member. So you can click on that button, add a new member. Once you add the member, you can be able to view their profile details. You can be able to also add them to groups. So these groups are we have pre-defined rules for each group. So if I'm an administrator, I should be able to see more than an attorney would see if I'm on their accounts. As you can see, let me just try and add maybe a group, and you can see what we have as the groups. This is extensible, of course. So our systems are customized for each of our clients. So you can see here we have different groups. Maybe an account team will not be able to see certain case files. They can just see maybe an overview of a case file rather than the exact details, just for confidentiality purposes. This is based on how you set up a file or a client. They can be able to also see the activity logs, so the different activities that have been carried out by this particular user on the platform. You can be able to disable the user. Basically, this means they won't be able to access the system. You can also send them a welcome email. So if the user hadn't received the first welcome email, so once you create a user, it sends out a welcome email with default credentials, and they can sign in and change these credentials once they get this welcome email. If they didn't receive it, you can send this one. So the system allows this very quick and easy way to add new people or new staff members on the platform. To move on to the client management. Client management is a centralized place where you can create, manage clients and their files. File will link to these particular clients. And it's pretty intuitive. The search platform, so for example, I search Safaricom, and you can see it gives me all the users, all the Safaricom clients that are on the platform. So you can try and click on the Safaricom Ethiopia, and
this test data. We use this for test orders. So this data is not confidential. We can see that we have the basic information that we can add here. If you need tax and compliance documents, you can add them here. You can be able to view all the documents here. So we've not added any documents in this case, but you can add these documents as well. Or we can see all the matters that have been linked to this particular client. You can create as many matters, or in this case, if you use the Word file, you can open different files in the client and easily manage this on this particular view. Then we have the client account. This is basically all the deposits that are basically the account of the client. Then we have an account ledger where we can see incomings and outgoings and can be able to reconcile. So this is mainly done by the accounts department, but this is open to the different customization based on the on your use cases. We can move on to matters. So I can quickly create a matter from this end. We have a quick create button here. You can create basically using just 4 fields, and you can be able to create the different cases, the different case types. So we have mapped out and configured the system with different case flows from like years of working and understanding the legal practitioners and the legal matters and case types and the different flows and statuses a file should go through. So you're able to create that, and once you create it, you can be able to easily just click on this and go to the actual case. For example, this is just a general case that has been created. If I click on this, it takes me to the actual case where you can see case information. You can be able to see the billing. So the billing is basically very well wired and integrated with our accounts, the whole accounts platform. So you can be able to set up the particular billing types. We can be able to require to load the deposit request notes and open up basically their client account balance and reconcile all this. We can be able to track the different work and costs, meaning that if you set this up as an hourly rate, we can be able to track the different time entries that have been entered by the client, by the attorneys, and you can be able to also add the expenses linked to this particular file. We can turn deposit request notes to ETRs, basically tax invoices, or we can be able to create new tax invoices just to make sure that we are compliant with carrying. And then we can be able to do settlements. So these are just payments that have been done, or receipt of payments. We can add them here, and we can also close billing periods. So we can do like monthly billing periods, and we can be able to close these billing periods to avoid any data integrity issues once you're done with your monthly reports. We have a very robust document management system that can allow us to search not only the documents but also the files and also the contents within the files. What does that mean? So if I do a quick text search, I should be able to get the actual context of a file without having to know the file name. In some cases where we have a file name that is not descriptive, we can be able to search inside the document. We also have drafting, so legal drafting, where we can create legal drafts. We have this 7 major main document types, but we can upgrade this and use an AI-trained module for this particular drafting, where it can be able to create a wireframe for the drafts, and you can add documents to train this model to work with your platform. Of course, the AI platform is also an opt-in. But we do ensure that these models are not models that are we're not sending any data to an external entity. So all these models are inbuilt, are trained within our platform. So it can be able to create, for example, an affidavit. Let me just try and do one real quick. So you can see here we can have references, different citations. So you can be able to, let's say, scan for a particular part of a document, and you should be able to see the different citations on that particular document. And then we have the court diary. The court diary is basically our calendar, court calendar, where you can be able to add dates, such as deadlines, and other important calendar events. And this can be also linked to your Microsoft calendar. I also mentioned about the document management. So we have the document management that is within a madam or a client, but this is now the overall document management platform, where, as I mentioned, you can search through different types of documents. So for example, I will search for a word here. So this is basically a technical term in our circles, in the IT circle, that you can see that I can be able to see and search through the actual contents of the documents without having to remember this file title or where it's stored. And I can also see where this particular file was uploaded. So you can see once I clicked on that, I was taken to the actual file folder that this particular files were uploaded. And I can be able to view the different files. So this is a file, and you can imagine that we are not only searching for PDFs, we can actually even search through images of the text within an image. So it's a pretty intuitive document management system. We have the leave management, which is self-explanatory, where you can set up the people can apply for leave days, above days. It can be cancelled as an approval process, and this is also linked to a human resource group that you've seen at that. We can create different holidays. This allows the system to not track days where people are not working, so it does not corrupt the data that exists within the performance dashboards or profitability of a case. If the case is time sensitive, then we have the invoicing. We have all the invoices that we have been able to run through billing or direct invoices through here. We'll have our accounts. The accounts is basically an overview of the financial health of the organization. So be it the client's account, what is in the client's account, what is in the office account, what is being owed to company, what is their partner revenue share, what is the client profitability, and you can be able to see all the closed months, and you can be able to see the reports. We generate reports by the every month close. We have the security bit where we just have the API endpoints, or API keys in this case, where you can be able to use this to integrate it with other platforms. We have our settings platform where we have the different configurations that we do in terms of branding, color branding, file number generation, so you can be able to really customize the system to work for you. We do have our dashboards, which are very intuitive also. For example, here we have a performance dashboard where we can see the billable hours and the non-billable hours logged by a particular user and the revenue they've generated. You can be able to click and drill down. For example, the billable hours for this particular user, super admin. You can get their hourly trend, the matters that have been working on, and drill down also the matter that this person has been working on within a particular time period, and see the actual time entries that they've entered. And we can be able to track even the activity breakdown that has been happening within this particular case. And we can also even filter out based on the time, based on attorneys, based on activity that they've been carrying out, based on the billable status of the file. So this is very intuitive, simple system to use. We also have a analytic chatbot, so you can have your dashboards here, but if you want to communicate easily with this platform, you can use natural language to actually communicate. This is some questions I asked the system a bit earlier today. So how many cases have been filed this month? You can see the system is able to tell me how many cases have been filed. I can be able to compare case volumes for the last 2 months, and also, for example, ask this trend. Actually, can just check this particular follow-up question. It gives you some follow-up questions. You can use that follow-up question to our career system. As you can see, it also displays some dashboards on the fly. We can see the trends. So for example, here we don't have any queries nasty for our test account. The system will tell you that. And you can see that the system is pretty intuitive. So you can see this is the breakdown that we've been having, conversation I've been having with the system throughout the time. Just give the matters that have been lodged this week. You can see it can tell you these are the matters that have been lodged. You can see the cases that have been lodged today. So the system is able to really tell you as an overview what has been going on in the platform. Of course, we're making sure that the system always lands from your use cases, and also, of course, protecting your data integrity. That is our key value point, where we make sure that our data is secure and we don't send out your data to other external entities. So all our models, all our source code is inbuilt and in-house. Thank you. That is it from Invoicing Consulting. Hopefully we're able to onboard you real quick, and you can be able to use the system and can be able to improve your performance and profitability. Thank you.